Hello and welcome back to episode 2 of our Samurai Guide. Today we're in the Groveside Cave where we're starting off today, and we are going to be getting a bunch of talismans, as well as we're going to cover what talismans are. So first things first, as you've already seen, I've hit my remedy here and I'm going to try to get my friend in because I enjoy playing co-op with my buddies. But we've run into a problem. You see how many gold symbols are on the ground right now? That's because our multiplayer code and our group password aren't the same. So after putting in the same password and hitting a new remedy, we're going to notice that we have one more gold sign. And there he is. So let's bring in Blanco Jr. to help us clear the Groveside Cave. So our objective is pretty simple. We're going to get the Flame Drake Talisman. So we're going to hop down, we're going to kill all these wolfies. We're going to go over into the corner here. There's 2 more wolves, so we're going to kill both of them. Now we're going to approach another tunnel. Kill the one wolf. Let's sprint down the tunnel. You're basically already done. Now we're going to attack our first boss, and let's see how it goes. So he's an aggressive mad lad, but you can parry him. So watch, I'm going to draw him in. Bam, parry. It's going to stun him for a bit and allows you to deal some damage. So if you're playing with a friend, remember, whenever he's attacking, you can actually cancel out some of his animations by attacking from behind. As well, in the early stages, this boss actually telegraphs its attacks with slow charge times to swing its weapon. So simply roll out of the way. As well, because I have the Uchigatana, you're going to notice, bam, that's a lot of damage, and I inflicted bleed on him with my weapon. Have him attack one of you, and then the other just attack him from behind. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And once you actually defeat him, as we're going to get our final hit right here, once you defeat him, he's going to give you the Flame Drake Talisman. Now, talismans are passive abilities, and this one, if you equip it, reduces fire damage, which is going to be important in the Stormfoot Catacombs. So let's head over there right now. As we're there, we're just going to level up, and remember, vigor, endurance, strength, and dexterity is what we need as a samurai. Now, going down here, you can continue going straight if you don't have that item at the end of the hall. Since I've already done that, I'm just going to go over here, and we're going to summon Blanco again, because co-op is fun. So, notice the sniper here. Ignore it. We don't have any ranged weapons right now. We're going to run through. Another guy is going to appear on the wall here, and we're just going to take these guys out. And as we see an item come out, we get the forked hatchet. Now, here's something I didn't know, but Blanco pointed this out to me. If you look at the end of the hall, you can actually knock down the fire turret. And as there are items back here, it is actually worth it. So look, we hit it, it goes down. Now we don't have to worry about the fire attacking us. So I'm going to let Blanco take out this little tower as well. Tower goes down, my turn to go in. There's a couple enemies here, so we're going to just proc them off the wall. And we're going to grab the smoldering butterfly. And then we're going to head back towards the ladder. There's only a few things that we have left to do. So let's climb up this ladder real quick. And now there's 2 enemies. Let's take off the one to the left first. After we mess up this guy, then we got this one coming in. Let's deal with it very nice and quick. We're just going to stab him right through the chest. Kick him. Alright, let's continue. So we're going to go in here, deal with a couple of these guys. And now we are going to get the item here, which is our first summoning ashes. So you can summon these individuals to assist you in single player fighting. Now we're going to jump down onto the ledge, pull the lever, which is going to open this door to allow us to go to the boss. So let's race down this tunnel and get to work. So the burial watchdog here isn't really that hard. Slow moving, very obvious slash attacks. The only thing that's a little bit fast are those spin attacks that I always, get hit by. When the watchdog is doing the jump and like the piercing attack on the ground, there's a little bit of like damage that it does to the ground, so if you're around it, it is going to knock you back a little bit. Luckily, I got a critical hit here and dazed the watchdog temporarily. Obviously, doesn't like that too much. I'm going to pull back, heal, because you never know how much damage you're really going to have to sustain. So let's do another jump attack and continue working. So here comes some fire breathing, so it's pretty obvious, pretty easy to dodge, just roll out of the way. Now, as the watchdog lowers, we know it's a spin attack, jump over it, and we're going to continue to do some damage. We're going to roll out of the way or get hit by it, and at this point, dodge the piercing attack, and we can basically just mob up the boss at this point. Blanco got a critical, so we're just going to put it to bed. Bam, enemy felled. Let's do a little bow, and we get some more spirit ashes to summon. But now, we're going to travel to Eggheel Lake. And of course, here it is on the map. We're actually going to travel southeast towards the ruins. Now, it's not on our map at this point, so let's fix that. When we get to the Waypoint Ruins, the whole point of doing this, by the way, let's look at the Staff of Marika or Marika. We want to get the next Site of Grace down here, as well as there's a secret behind the Pumpkinhead. This guy's a little bit annoying just because he does a lot of smash attacks, so it's a lot of dodging. But whenever his pumpkin smashes the ground, I notice that you have like a second or two to actually deal damage. There's a lot of upward slashes that this guy likes to do, as you can see. But sometimes he counters it into a combo of doing 2 slashes at once, and then a lot of head crushing. So I'm not doing too well on the dodging aspect of this right now, but it's okay. We just keep some distance and heal, and whenever he hits the ground hard like that and is picking up his club, all we have to do is come in and do some damage. It's a lot of dodging coming up, so let's just speed up until we go on the offensive. And now we're taking a beating. Oh, we don't have a lot of HP left. Heal, heal. Dodge, dodge. Alright, let's speed up again. Now, the tough part with this game is you just really got to practice patience, and truth be told, if I didn't get that critical hit, I probably would have lost. So, just be patient. Like, these guys only have a couple attack patterns, but now that we've got the Site of Grace, there it is on the map. Now we're going to open up this door. There's going to be nobody in there except this nice little lady, like no enemies. She actually sells a sorcery, so if you're a mage, this is a great area to unlock. Let's go top ground and do some gardening on these poison flowers, because there's an item here at the Waypoint Ruins, and I'll show you how to get that as well. Great, now the flower's dead. We're actually going to call our horse, and we're going to jump, jump, jump one more time, and then hop off your horse once you get here. Jump up again, and then just run over to the side, and there you go. Trina's Lily. Now we're going to go back to Lake Eggheel, and we're going to go get a little menu. So follow this little path. We're going to get a nice little book. Then we're going to look at this gray portal, which actually just shoots us up. Now that we're in Stormhill, we're going to find another catacombs because we want to get the Crimson Assassin's Dagger, which gives us HP every time we land a critical hit. So we're going to enter the runes, and then we are in the Deathtouched Catacombs. As well as there's another item in here that samurais are going to want, which is the second Uchigatana. Now, because it's a completely undead catacomb, we're going to run in, we're going to get this blood rose and pull the lever as fast as we can. When we're going back, we're going to take a quick left, so don't go up the staircase. Grab the Uchigatana, then run out. But guess what? That doesn't really matter to the skeletons because that happens. So I'm actually going to defeat him quick, and then I'm going to rest to reset all their spawn points. Then I'm going to go grab my friend, and let's go tackle the boss. Remember, the whole point of getting these talismans is that we can use these to help us defeat bosses later on. Like Margit the Fell, if we hit a critical hit, we can actually restore HP, and we don't have to rely so much on our flasks. Now remember, this boss is very elusive, as well as its movement speed is a lot faster than the 2 previous bosses that we fought. It doesn't hit as hard, well actually 3 bosses. It doesn't hit as hard, but you never really want to be sucked in to its onslaught of attacks. Still remember, this game's a lot of patience. Don't just like run in flailing your sword, as I clearly am right now. Try to take a little bit more time, look for an opening, and then get that attack. If you go in with a friend, it's also good because the bosses can be provoked to one of you, allowing the other to either heal or attack the boss from its blind spot, as I'm about to. You've noticed by now that I'm dual wielding the Uchikatanas, and by doing so, since I'm playing on PlayStation, if I hit L1, I actually do 2 slashes in a row, which, as you can see, is providing some pretty good damage to this boss. Now let's finish him off. That's actually a pretty good shot to finish him off with. And we'll get the Assassin's Crimson Dagger, which on critical hits restores some HP to us, which can be very, very useful to a lot of players. Going to exit from here, go left, and beat up this giant for our final talisman, the Lance Talisman. We like riding horses, we like dealing damage. Well, Lance Talisman does exactly that. If you hit equipment, it is that pouch that you will select, and you can place whichever talisman that we got in today's episode. Now, on the next one, it's going to be interesting. Margit the Fell is the first boss, so here's what you have to look forward to. We're going to have a meeting with Nary Juice, as well as who is Patches and what does Patches give us. We're going to meet Rena for the first time, and do you think we win? The next video is the complete guide of how to beat Margit the Fell, so if you haven't already, feel free to like and sub, and we'll see you in the next one.